Good evening. This is Mommy of Two and Wife of One. It's been a while since I've made a video, so my apologies. I was out of town with my family, but that's no excuse to neglect my, what I assume is a very small public. But I'm back, and my topic for today is self-esteem for children. When I first got pregnant with my first child, who was a boy, I was so happy that I had a boy. I really wanted a boy first because I had this idea of the big brother looking after his younger siblings. And after having him and enjoying being with him and watching him grow up, I started thinking that maybe I didn't want any girls. And I don't have anything against girls, but when I was a young girl growing up, I had very low self-esteem issues. I thought I was too dark, I was too big, I was too short, and I just really didn't like myself. And I would look in the mirror and pick myself apart and say, this is why you don't have a boyfriend, because you look like this, and this. Or this why you don't have a best friend, because of this, and this. And it was really bad. And growing up, I was very sensitive to what people said about me, to me, around me. And I took a lot of things to heart that I shouldn't have. And weirdly enough, I didn't have anyone in my circle, none of my friends and none of my close family members were as sensitive as I was. And because of that, I knew that if I had a girl and if she ended up having the same type of issues that I had, I wouldn't know how to deal with it, because I've never had to deal with a sensitive person. People just had to deal with my sensitivity. So when I first got pregnant with my daughter, it's my second child, I was really freaked out. And then I started praying and I said, okay, well, maybe God has given me a girl because He wants me to get over all of my lingering self-esteem issues so that I don't pass them down to my daughter. So that's what I figured. And I was like, okay, I need to get over myself so that way she sees her mommy being confident. She sees me laughing and talking and appreciating my body, appreciating the way I look, and appreciating the things that God has naturally given me. And in a really twisted sense of fate or twisted sense of humor on God's part, my son is very sensitive. And it's something I didn't really pick up on until the last few weeks. He's in a summer camp where he's doing new things. He's learning how to ice skate and he's playing tennis. And they go on nature walks and the splash park and all these really fun outdoorsy things that I thought he would enjoy. And because ice skating obviously is something new for him, because he didn't pick it up right away, and because he's having difficulty really grasping the concept, he would make statements like, I can't do anything right. I'm bad at everything. I'm always messing up. And it was kind of weird when I first heard him make these comments, 'cause I'm like, where did he even get it in his mind that because he can't do this one thing, then all of a sudden he can't do anything right? And why all of a sudden is he so freaked out when he's been doing something for 2 or 3 days that he's not an expert at it by now? And I don't know where it came from and why he has that mindset, but it really bothered me to hear it. And now I understand how my parents felt when I would make similar comments when I was younger. So now that I have a sensitive little boy, I don't really know what to say to him to help his self-esteem. One thing I do tell him when it comes to the ice skating and the tennis is that it takes people a long time to become good at something. You have to continue to try. You have to be patient. You have to listen to what people are telling you. The people who are your instructors, you need to follow their instructions to the T. Be patient with yourself and be patient with them. And I also pray in the morning. We pray every morning before we go to summer camp. I pray that he's going to be patient. I pray that they'll be patient with him. Now he enjoys ice skating and he's doing a lot better. But I know that something new could come along next week, next month, next year that he doesn't get right away. And he's going to go back into that mindset of, I can't do anything right. And it really hurts me and bothers me when he says that. And I tell him all the time, sweetie, we don't say that. Don't say you can't do anything right. Say you can't do it right yet. It was actually a Sesame Street segment that had Janelle Monáe in it, and she was singing about the power of yet and the power of understanding that just because you can't tie your shoe right away, just because you can't shoot basketball the right away, just because you can't ride a bike right away, that doesn't mean you're never going to be able to do it. That means you need to understand the power of the word yet. Yet means that your success is coming, your triumph is coming, your accomplishment is coming. It's going to take a while. For some people, it may take longer than others. But as long as you keep trying, as long as you refuse to quit, as long as you do what you're told to do, then you're going to be okay. So that's what I'm telling my son all the time. And actually, it's great practice for when my daughter gets a little bit older, I can start telling her the same thing. So it's really interesting that I have a sensitive son. I don't know if I have a sensitive daughter or not, but I'm excited to be their mom and excited to get over my own stuff by helping them get over theirs. And I'm excited to paint this picture of not necessarily a woman that's perfect and that has it going on, but a woman that refuses to give up, a woman that tries hard, and a woman that's going to try her best in every situation. So thank you for joining me this week, and hopefully I'll see you next week.